Well, hey, again, I'm back still at Gen Con and back to you for another game jam. I'm joined this time by Varun Singh of Hedron. You'll learn more about that in just a minute. But we're going to game jam. So, Varun, start our timer.
Hell yeah. Let's get started. Here we go. All right.
Space Launch. So, we've got elements to make stuff into a game. We've got our sunglasses here. Might come into play. We can make whatever kind of game. It could be RPG, board game, whatever you want to do. I know you're a game designer as well.
Yeah.
You're kind of punchy, so like, do you want me to start with crunch, or like, is there a...
No. Let's do the opposite of what I do.
Okay.
Let's make a smooth card game with a little bit of a dice element to it.
Okay.
So.
Interesting that you say that, because this particular deck of cards has dice rolls and card numbers on it.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm thinking, right? Let's talk about some RPGs. We got some RPGs like D&D.
Yeah.
They get super monotonous, right? You go to combat, you do the same thing. You run up, you hit them. You run up, you hit them. You run up, you hit them.
Yeah.
What if we could mix that up with some sort of like, we have these cards, maybe we correlate them to actions you can take, but which actions you can take are actually based on a dice roll. So to play a card, there are a bunch of numbers here. I see a pattern to some of them all have more numbers than others. What do you think about maybe we roll a d6 or 2d6 or whatever, and let's make it is you can only take actions represented by cards that match up here.
Okay, so because these have numbers on them, you kind of have to like...
Yeah, so like,
Okay.
you know, like if I have the ace of hearts and the two of hearts, one only has 4s and 8s, one only has 7s and 3s, right? If I don't roll a 7 or a 3 or 4 or an 8, it's someone else's turn.
Do you want a full suit of the cards so that you're like limited to the 13 actions perhaps before you get to refresh or something like that? Or do you just random, you want 7 cards out of
What do you think?
I don't know, it depends on what we're trying to do with the theming. Like what do we roll players, right? So like would a set of limited choices make sense? Or would it be more
Well, so I almost think there's something to like, it's almost like chaining, right? If you played card games, Magic the Gathering, one of the best feelings is like chaining those cards together.
Yeah.
If we can capture that in an RPG somehow, right?
Okay.
And also break up the monotony of just I go up and I hit them, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of where my head's at.
Okay. I mean, this is a great idea. I like this idea. How do we? What can we start to execute?
Let's maybe make a subset of cards first, to like think about things first.
Yeah. So
right?
like, the obvious thing to do would be to pull out one suit.
Yeah, let's do that.
So everybody gets.
I got some cards. You got.
These are a bunch of spades.
That's the whole set. Let's find out.
Spades. And these are like an everything deck, so they've also got tarot stuff on them, and I think there's more than standard numbers. So.
Oh, we've got duplicates. Oh, I see. Okay, I've got like a 15 card right here that are all spades.
Okay. So that'll be. I think they're separated out into 4 suits.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking
spades
at
and I got hearts.
Yeah. So I'm looking at spades here. I've got a card that's like 6, 2, 4, and 14. So I'm kind of feeling a 3d6 as like a roll, right? Because that'll hit 14. That'll also. I won't be able to hit the 2 though. Which maybe that's okay with us, right? Like that means certain.
We don't know if it's bad until we try it.
Yeah, let's try with a 3d6. Let's get some progress, right?
So you talked about chain. So is the chain going to be like the card you can play?
This is trash.
Like if you start your initial roll, was doing this rolling right off of the thing.
I see it back there. I just had a great idea.
Okay,
so we're rolling 3d6.
Yeah.
Right? I just talked about we can't hit 2s, right? What if you roll 3d6 and you can use dice as individuals, all 3 or pairs of 2, and that's sort of like your chain combo of like, hey, I just rolled a 1, 1, and a 2. I could play this 4 as a 4, or I could play it as a 2 and put this 2 here, and then I've got another card of the 2 and I can put those 2 here. And now I've got a combo of sort of 2 cards that I can play.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that's a short combo.
Sure. So would you be able to? Okay. So then, ideally, you would want to use all 3 cards at a time because you one die for each card.
Or maybe we could, that's an option, right? Like we could do that. We could also, if we put a cost on the cards, maybe you don't want to use all 3 cards. So there's sort of like a cost-benefit analysis. Maybe it's not a hard one, right?
Yeah,
It's sort of like hey, maybe there are times where I want to put all 4 on one and only play 1 card. Maybe there are times where I want to play 2 cards. Maybe there are times where I want to play.
So maybe those times are then related to the number. So so this is an ace. So like if that ace is high, that would be your incentive. Like I need to get all 4 of these because I need to play the ace, and that's because that's going to be the more powerful than the 9.
Yeah.
And then you could almost, I mean, you talked about like D&D combat, so this is almost like a battle simulator sort of thing we're talking about, like almost like
a card battle,
like
right?
Some sort of Street Fighter-y sort of theme of like, you know, who's got the best moves and can get in the most hits or whatever.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like a cumulative, right? Like, okay, what? So just throwing an idea.
Yeah.
Right? If we're doing some sort of like Street Fighter-esque, that we're kind of getting a genre into this, right? If we're doing a Street Fighter, you're trying to get these combos. Maybe you want to play more cards, maybe you want to play less cards, bigger cards, so on. What if we made it so this is sort of like every card you play, that's like yours. It stays on the board.
Ooh, okay.
And then as we do turns, we're just trying to get as much value we can put on the board as possible.
Okay.
Right.
I like that.
And then
that sort of narratively represents how you did in the fight overall.
Yeah, essentially.
And you do maybe 3 rounds and see how many cards you can score in 3 rounds.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of thinking, so I'm a martial artist. It's one of my backgrounds. I don't know if I mentioned that. But I have a black belt in like 3 martial arts. So I'm thinking, look, most fights are going to break down in, if they're semi-trained combatants, it's going to be a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You watch MMA, right? They're not hour-long fights.
Yeah.
So we can represent that in some way, right? We can say, hey, if you're a low-level character, maybe you get 1 round of combat. Because in real life, if you're an unarmed combatant, if you punch someone, they're going down, or you're going down, or something's happening.
Yeah.
And then as you get higher level, or however you want to represent progression, I'm not even sure we need levels, to be honest. I think that kind of complicates it. But if we're representing power and progression in some way, maybe that's increasing the number of cards you get to play. So you're against the big bad, they get to play 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But your side only gets to play 3.
Yeah.
Right? So that kind of gives like, now you've got like sort of a handicap.
Yeah. I like that. Do we want to set up an asymmetrical thing to start, or do we want to try it symmetrically and see kind of how the 3-round fight might progress?
Let's try a 3-round fight.
Okay.
And then we'll decide if we want how asymmetrical is acceptable, right?
Yeah.
I think we want to address one more thing though, right? Is like we have this whole hand that's a lot to juggle. Maybe we draw from the hand. Like we draw a hand, right?
Okay. So shuffle these and
shuffle
draw.
these.
So you're shuffling, or you're drawing, and your subset of your deck, and then you have to match up the cards the best, the die roll as best you can.
Yeah.
And you're matching numbers that are on the cards.
Yeah.
And you can add up or not.
Yeah.
So let's do 3 cards.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay, so I found a problem. What's a P?
The P, because it's tarot card, that's the prince. So
okay, the prince. Okay, so it's Jack style. Okay.
So it's less than Jack. It's between Jack and 10.
Okay, but if we're going to add them up and
so it bumps everything.
Maybe we do that later. We'll get to that.
Sure.
If I play the P.
If you're counting, it's above 10, so it's an 11.
Okay, sure.
And then the Jack would be 12, and the Queen would be 13, and
14. Okay, yeah, got it. Ace is high or low?
In this,
let's say high.
It could be high, but it doesn't matter.
I'm okay. That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure.
Then it starts at 2 and goes to 15.
Pick one.
It doesn't matter. If you want ace high, we'll do ace high.
We'll do ace high.
We'll do ace high.
All right, you go first.
All right. So I'm gonna roll my dice.
Okay.
I got a 2, 2, and a 5.
2, 2, and 5.
So I'm looking at my cards. So I could play a 4. I could play a 9, which I might do. I'm looking at my cards. I think that's. I don't know if that's as good a strategy or not. I'm gonna sum all of my dice to 9. And I'm gonna play on this 9, which is the P. So I've got 11 points worth for this round. I've come out strong.
Yeah, you come out strong. That's a solid play. Okay, I'm gonna roll mine. So I got a 2, a 1, and a 2. Okay, so I can try. I've got a couple options now because I've got. Okay, so I'm gonna try another combo. So I'm gonna do an ace, That's going to take one of my 2s.
Okay.
I'm going to do another king, which is another one of my 2s.
You beat me now.
And I've got a P for the prince for 1.
Right. That's a great run.
That's a great run.
You are
Yeah.
you are black belt in 3 martial arts. That is what
Oh
you
yeah,
just did to me.
yeah.
Okay, so then what's the refresh? So we're gonna do 3 rounds. So that's 3 rounds, 3 rolls, or
I say we keep the hand.
you keep the hand, but do you add
And
to
we
the hand?
we make a new roll. We make
new roll.
new roll, but these cards stay on the field.
Yeah, these cards stay in the field, but do I refresh my hand?
Draw 3 more.
3 more.
Yeah,
So,
because I'm kind of thinking, right,
like that.
that I played 3. I'm at a big advantage right now.
right.
I should have some sort of like comeback mechanic, right? Some way for you to catch back up and take the lead.
Yeah.
Right.
I like
and
that.
I think by giving you the 2 that you didn't play plus another 3, now you've got
No,
some
no,
like
I think it's good. I think it's
Yeah.
good. I think it's good.
So-
It feels good. Yeah, so you can kind of look, I guess. I got a 5-5 and a 6 this time. I don't know if we are needing to share information or not.
I don't know. I mean, there's not much. So far, we haven't put any mechanic that can interact, like like I can directly
We're,
do
we're
something.
ultimately going to compare at the end. That's the only thing that we can.
Yeah,
So
but like, yeah. So now I've got. I'll tell you, I got a pretty awkward position here.
So I'm going to play a 6 and a queen because I can put a 5 on there and some extra left.
Nice. Okay, so like I've got a really awkward position here because like I didn't get the extra cards, so I've only got like 1 play or 2 plays that I've got in my hand. So I'm gonna try to do an 8, which is like okay, that's not bad. I got a 5 to put on that, but then my other card has to be a 0 because that's all I can play.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
So like, I kind of liked how this worked out because you just gained, 13 plus 6.
Yeah.
That's 19. I gained only 8. Right. Comeback
But
mechanics
you were
kind of-
you were way ahead to start.
Yeah. The comeback mechanic kind of works.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm
I think
enjoying it. So let's refresh again.
Draw 3 more.
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Riveting video as we
Yeah, we
examine
do.
our cards.
Yeah. Okay. I do have a play.
Okay, I have a play as well. I'm gonna go with 3 there, and that's gonna be 7. That's what I've done.
Okay. That's a pretty good one.
That's what I've done.
I feel a little bit better about my plan because I've got a 5. I'm gonna put this 6 on there, and then I've got a 9. That's a 4, and that's all I got in my hand. So I got a wasted die.
Take tiny steps.
So that's the best I can do, and it's not bad. So
So that's
That's
your 3
3
rounds. So let's sum
That's
up
how
and
you-
see how the fight went.
yeah, well, I've got a 0 on the board, so that's so fun. Got 66.
Yeah, I think I have like 45.
Okay.
I think I have 45.
All right, so let's talk about what went well, what didn't.
Yeah.
So I think we can the way we've designed it right now, you could simul play, as if we don't have to take turns so much as just we could all play at the same
Yeah.
time, which is a direction we could go. That's
Yeah.
one direction we can go in this game. The other thing is I liked how we're playing overall. I like the game's basic skeleton
Yeah.
so far.
The refresh part felt good.
Yeah, that felt good. And actually, I felt pretty, like, I had a good time being like, I could play 3 cards, or sometimes I'm like, oh crap, I have to play a 0 because that's
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
I
yeah,
got.
yeah.
So, but what I want to, I think, see is how can we make the cards on the board already kind of matter, but not in a way that just kind of ruins our comeback mechanic or
Yeah.
makes it so one side just wins because they got a good first hit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I almost kind of want to say like you want to build towards something.
Yeah.
So it's not just a play as many cards as you can or play the biggest number you got. It's
that
like
was definitely my strategy, is play the biggest number I can.
yeah, I mean it works though, right? Like I was just kind of like, hey, what's the maximum? And that's why I think that was a little punchy towards the end there.
Yeah.
We were just looking through, and I think we were doing the same mental math.
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how can we,
What if there's, I mean, the thing, there's almost like a recharge. I was not a recharge, but like a cooldown, almost like a cooldown thing. Like your first, I mean, this doesn't, I don't know that this is good, but
we're out of time.
we're out of time.
We're out of time.
We've designed for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So the three questions are, what did you like most? We were kind of already doing it, but like, what did you like most about what we did as far as like designing the game?
I liked the combination of dice and cards in a way that didn't just feel clunky. Like I didn't feel our game was clunky.
Yeah. Yeah, there was something to it. There's something to it. Yeah, I think. What would be the next thing you would want to iterate on? And again, I think we were kind of already doing this breaking down. What would be the first piece to redesign next, or to revisit?
I think there needs to be more interaction, right?
Yeah.
Because right now the turns are self-standing, right? There's no way for me to we kind of talked about in the middle of the game, right? There's no way for me to stop you from doing anything.
Right. So maybe then, so like a thing would be if some of the cards, maybe face cards can be used to, or maybe any card can be used to block a lower card. So then like I'm gonna put, so then not only I'm not
like
just
that.
scoring on my points, I'm gonna spend the points to knock out one of your cards.
Yeah, I like that.
So you've put up a row and then it can be altered, you know.
Yeah, no,
There may be something
there's something there.
There may be something.
Well, because I noticed some of these cards with like random high numbers, right? You've got 2 and a 4 and then a 14 on this card.
That is what is on that card, yeah.
And I'm like, hey, maybe there's something we can do of like, hey, there's a reason you want that 14 on that card.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're out of game design.
We're out of game design time. Okay, so the last question is, should we develop this more?
You kind of want to.
You kind of want to?
I kind of want to.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so last thing, tell the audience more about yourself.
Yeah.
You've got a game that you've designed, you're running a VTT, just a couple minutes. Who's Varun and what do you do in the industry?
Yeah, my name's Varun. I run Hedron Virtual Tabletop, also known as Project Hedron. You might have even heard about us as Tabletop Mirror way back when, before we had a different name. But we are the Indie Gamers Virtual Tabletop. We are about finding creators and empowering them first. We're not about having just big names or only paying attention to the big players. We think every single person should be able to have a modern experience for their game, no matter what game it is. But the thing that I get really excited about, what started Hedron, was I wrote a game myself. I wrote Call to Power, coming soon to a con near you. But actually, no, it's not true. It's here. It's actually, I have to go run it after this. But anyway, Call to Power is a high dark fantasy about paying prices and becoming a god. Our tagline is, what is a god but a mortal desperate enough? Where Jujutsu Kaisen meets Dark Souls. It's crunch. My game is crunch. And I wanted to try doing something that's a little different.
And you're probably like thinking, how can I play this online? I got to make some code like to do this, and then that spiraled into this whole other project to provide that for other people.
Well, so like originally when I built it as another name for Hedron, because this was when it was like a backyard project for me. I was mostly playing Pathfinder at the time. But then there were things I didn't like, and it's no secret. Pathfinder 1E has its problems, right? There's a reason.
That's why they made a second edition.
That's why they make a second edition, right? Yeah. And I was moving away from Pathfinder more and more, and then I was like, every time I change a rule, I have to reprogram everything, and that's a pain and a lot of time consumption. And so I said, hey, what if I can make a generalizable system, something that kind of works for whatever rule variations I haven't even come up with yet. Right? What if I could make a platform where we could design a card game about rolling dice and change the rules on the fly, right?
Yeah.
And thus Hedron was born.
All right. So if that sounds interesting to you who are watching, where can they find that?
You can find us at projecthedron.com. You can also find us on all of the social media platforms, discord.gg/Hedron. Hedron as in polyhedron, as in any dice you roll, we support it.
Yeah. And where can people find you in the game that you were just describing? Is that like on its own platform? Do you have like a social media presence for your game design side of yourself?
Oh,
We're-
absolutely. Things.
Yeah.
So I will say we are super early. This is like the most first look.
okay.
You are first.
Oh, first.
You are the first
exclusive.
interview. This is exclusive first look interview, right? No, yeah. If you go into Hedron and all that stuff, oh, you're gonna hear about Call of Power because I'm not gonna keep it a secret. It's the system that started it, right? It's gonna be the flagship of everything because it's the game that started it all. So
Sure.
in a way, it's Hedron as a company's big game.
Yeah.
I am also starting a new company to specifically be the banner carrier for Call to Power, and there are so many cool, exciting things that I'm not going to say because I want them to be a surprise.
Okay. Well, but do you have like a?
It will be called Morai.
Okay.
That is after the Greek gods.
Yeah.
It is after the three fates. And after all, what I tell are stories of fates and gods and destinies.
All right. Well, so that's like follow Project Hedron from now and look out for news of this other thing
Yes.
when you're ready for it.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we have a website as well, calltopowerrpg.com.
CallThePowerRPG.com. All right. Thank you for game jamming with me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching. We'll be back with another one. If I get another one in, I hope to. Maybe not. But otherwise, thank you for watching.